Thank you so much for tuning in to Northwest Metro Television. I'm Gabe Glidden here bringing you girls lacrosse from Irondale High School. We already have a matchup going on between the Spring Lake Park Panthers and the Irondale Knights with the ball in Irondale Knights territory. Behind the net is number 16, that's Allie Kowalczyk. She looks to make a pass out front. She finds Mackenzie Kelly, but it is picked off by Irondale. And the ball is thrown ahead to the near side here of the turf. One of the nicest days we've had so far this year. A lot of spring sports having trouble getting going. Irondale comes in on the season with a record of 1-1. So far they have lost to Rochester Century 8-13, and they beat Breck School 5-4, and Spring Lake Park has yet to play a game, so here is their first chance of action on the turf. 52 degrees outside currently here at Irondale High School. And we'll pick back up play here. Spring Lake Park with the ball. The Panthers bringing it in is Maggie Ronning. Check that, that's Deanna Edwards on the far side, number 23. Wraps around behind the net, and she looks to make a pass. Ball out front, a shot, and it is a goal, and that appears to be number 16, Allie Kowalczyk, getting the Spring Lake Park Panthers off to an early 1-0 lead. And on this replay, you can see Allie Kowalczyk comes around behind the net and throws the short hop, able to get it past goalie Maggie Rogg for Irondale. Starting in net for Irondale is Madeline Rogg, and starting in net for Spring Lake Park is Jennifer Cute. We'll have a face-off here once again. And we'll start play. Ball being brought in by Irondale. And excuse me, starting in net for Spring Lake Park is actually Jennifer Quady. I apologize for the mispronunciation of that name. So Jennifer Quady in net for Spring Lake Park. Ball now behind the net for Irondale. And that's Ashley Pettipiece. She'll take her time and be patient and look to set things up. See players crossing in front of the net, trying to set something up with a nice pass. Down 1-0. You want to try and get back up on the board as soon as possible. She looks to make a move out front. You can hear players screaming. Ashley, she remains with the ball. She passes it off to Allie, or check that, passes it over to Alex Topel. And now the ball is picked up by Ashley Pettipiece. Walking around behind that yellow line. She'll go behind the net and try and get things set up once again. Staying patient, down 1-0. You want to get back up on that board as soon as possible. Ashley makes a pass out front to Alex Topel. And Alex takes a shot, and it is saved by Jennifer Quady with her first save of the game. Now it's going to be brought ahead by Spring Lake Park. They'll look to try and break it out. And the ball is picked up at midfield by Mallory Cornigan, an 8th grader playing for Spring Lake Park. And we have our first whistle here, 21:04 in this first half. Spring Lake Park up 1-0. And talking to Coach Chris Clark for Spring Lake Park, he said patience will be a key for their team. They want to get their offense set up and make good passes and take good shots. Spring Lake Park now trying to bring the ball up once again. Here's Allie Kowalczyk, and she makes a pass ahead to Mallory Cornigan. Mallory with a pass, trying to find Deanna Edwards. Couldn't quite connect. A loose ball now behind the net. We do have a whistle. Edwards unable to pick up the loose ball. Would have had a decent scoring opportunity had she been able to pick it up cleanly. So Spring Lake Park will look to go ahead and get things going behind the net. A quick pass out front and another shot, but it looked to be blocked, or it appeared to go off somebody. And now Mackenzie Kelly throws it back to Deanna Edwards. Deanna Edwards wraps on the net, takes a shot, it goes just wide of goalie Madeline Rogg. And now Spring Lake Park controls it once again. They'll slow things down and look to set it up. With the ball now on the point, that's Madison Kelly. We have a whistle. Looked to be, appeared she got hit with a stick possibly. We'll see what the ref says. And once again, yeah, talking to Chris Clark for this Spring Lake Park team, quick little fun fact about him. He actually was a baseball player. He didn't play lacrosse growing up. He played baseball for he played baseball for high school, and this is his 6th year coaching lacrosse, and he said he's learning the game as it goes, as well as the girls. Another quick pass out front. That was a pass looking for Kowalczyk, and she couldn't quite control it. And we'll have another whistle with a continuous clock. That first goal by Spring Lake Park coming from Kowalczyk at 22:57, giving Spring Lake Park a quick 1-0 lead early in this game. And now Spring Lake Park will get set up in the corner. It'll be Mackenzie Kelly waiting for the signal from the ref. Mackenzie Kelly throws one out front. Couldn't connect on the pass. Now Irondale and Spring Lake Park will give chase. Madison Kelly wins the battle, able to pick up the ball, beating Alex Topol. And now a pass behind the net. Comes out front. That's Mackenzie Kelly. Throws another shot, and we have a goal. That's Mackenzie Kelly, the 10th grader, giving Spring Lake Park a 2-0 lead in this first half of play. And on this replay, you can see Kelly coming around the net, throws one, another short hop, a big popular shot in lacrosse. A short hop is kind of a hard shot for goalies to stop. Can be hard to judge, so Mackenzie Kelly doing a nice job there, getting Spring Lake Park a quick 2-0 lead early in this game. Another face-off at midfield. The ref is going to award. Looks like he's going to give Spring Lake Park the ball off that face-off. So Spring Lake Park coming out to a quick 2-0 lead. That's what you want to do as an away team. Jump out to an early lead if possible. Bringing the ball up now is Madison Kelly on that far side. She throws a quick pass looking for Edwards. Edwards unable to catch the pass, so the ball will roll out of bounds, giving the Irondale Knights a chance to break out. And now on the far side, Hannah Bowman bringing the ball up. She makes a pass over to Maddie Henches. And now Henches looked to find, it appears to be Michaela Hoosman. Excuse me, check that. That was Siv Palmer-McCormick. And now the ball is picked up by Spring Lake Park right here at midfield. Riley Packard getting in on the action, a senior for Spring Lake Park. Now Irondale has control of it. Maddie Henches makes a pass, looking for Alexandra Welty on that far side, where she does scoop it up. And now Irondale will look to set things up behind the net. That looks to be number 6. That's Ashley Petipis. Makes a move out front, gets a quick shot, and it looks like we have another goal for Irondale's first goal, giving them one on the board, doing exactly what she needed. Ashley Petipis getting Irondale on the board here in this first half to bring the score 2-1. And you can see on this replay, Petipis just comes around the net, finds an open area in the front, and throws one and gets it past goalie Jennifer Quady. That goal coming in at 16:35. putting the score at 2-1. Exactly what Irondale needed there. Don't want to go down 3-0 on your home turf. So Ashley Petipis coming up big for Irondale. And Irondale's gonna, looks like they're gonna win the face-off here. They do pick it up. That's Erin Barnier. She makes a pass over to Alexandra Welty, and now Welty sets up out front right at that right side of goalie Quady, out at the point. She's gonna make a pass over to Emily Barnier, who goes in, is out front, spin move, throws one on net, and we have a goal! And Irondale getting this game tied up 2-2. That goal coming from Maddie Henches, number 2, tying this game up for Irondale. As you can see, puts on the spin move and throws one towards the net. And actually check that was Emily Barnier. I couldn't quite see that 1 on her jersey. So that goal went to number 12, Emily Barnier. That goal coming at the 16:07 mark, tying this game up for Irondale. So Irondale getting this game tied up. We have a score at 2-2, and Irondale looks to break out. Bringing the ball forward is Alex Topol. Alex Topol makes a pass over to Samantha. She throws a shot, and that was Samantha Donovan. A big save by Jennifer Quady, coming up big for Spring Lake Park. And she's going to pass ahead to Allie Kowalczyk. Allie throws one ahead to Deanna Edwards, unable to keep it in the stick. And we have a loose ball now in the middle, just kind of a scrum. Both teams battling. And it is picked up by Madison Kelly. And she crosses over in Irondale's zone, right at the point, still running. She's gonna pass it over into the corner to Maggie Ronning. Maggie out front, right in that slot area, takes a shot. And it's a goal. I couldn't quite see if it went off the side of the net. It did go in the net, so that's going to give Spring Lake Park back in the lead. It'll give them their 3rd goal. That goal coming by Maggie Ronning. Maggie Ronning showing off the wheels, gets in that slot area and throws one towards the net. And it does go in. So Spring Lake Park, after giving up a couple of goals, gets back in front here at the 15 mark in this first half. And you got to wonder if it's tough for Madeline Rogg facing the sun for Irondale. The sun is coming right in her face. You wonder if that plays part in if she has trouble seeing the ball or not, but credit still to Maggie Ronning for finding the back of the net. And we have another whistle here in at midfield. Looks like Spring Lake Park will be awarded the ball. And they move ahead with a move forward with a head of steam. That's Allie Kowalczyk. Continuing to show off the wheels. She gets out on the right side and tries to make a pass over to Jennifer Fung, who couldn't quite keep control of it. It looked like they got a shot towards the net, however. Now Maggie Ronning behind the net. She just scored for Spring Lake Park. She throws a high pass over to Allie Kowalczyk, who's behind the net. Throws one out front. She was looking for Jennifer Fung, but they couldn't quite connect. And now bringing it out for Irondale. That was Samantha Donovan. And she throws an errant pass where it is picked up by Spring Lake Park. And we do have a whistle here in the first half. And Spring Lake Park will be awarded the ball. This is Kayla Van Driel. And the ref is going to get everyone set up. Petipis has been a big scorer so far for Irondale. She had 3 goals in that last game against Breck, where they won 5-4. Bringing the ball ahead for Irondale is Hannah Bowman. And she'll go behind the net.
He was throwing down some professional terms.
And throws one out front, looking for a shot. It looks to go off the post. I believe that was Alexandra Welty.
Yeah, there's
number 19, threw one on the net, and it went off the post. A good scoring chance there for Irondale, unable to find the back of the net. And we do have another whistle. Starting with the ball for Irondale on this right side of Quady. Going to be number 12, Emily Barnier. She throws one behind the net to Ashley Petipis. There's a few goals this season for Irondale. Also one in this game already. And we have another whistle.
They did.
And the ref's going to get everything set up here. So far, scoring in this game, Spring Lake Park, Kowalczyk, Spring Lake Park, Kelly, Irondale Petipis, and then Irondale Barnier, excuse me, and then for Spring Lake Park, Ronning. And the ball does go out of bounds coming off that restart by the ref. It looks like Petipis is going to pick up an extra ball to get everything set up. As you can see, the junior for Irondale put one on the board already in this game. 12-17 left to go in this first half. Ball now behind the net for Maddie Henches. She throws one over to Petipis. Looking for maybe some give and go action. Petipis elected to hang on to it. Now we have another whistle. Stoppage of play from the refs. He's going to get everything set up. And now Petipis throws one out at the point. That's Topol. Topol throws one in the front for Henches. Couldn't quite keep it in the stick cleanly. And now we have another whistle by the ref. And it looks like Spring Lake Park might get control of the ball. We'll see what he judges here. Talking to Coach Clark for Spring Lake Park, they've had a total of 5 days of practice outdoors so far. They haven't had a chance to play in a game yet. Obviously, with the terrible weather, I know a lot of softball and baseball teams haven't played a game so far. So hopefully today, a lot of those high schools got their games in, this being the nicest day so far for these spring sports. Yesterday was our first televised action. Lacrosse game. Centennial along with Andover, with Centennial taking that victory. Boys lacrosse on Northwest Metro Television. And Spring Lake Park is awarded the ball. They're going to look to, excuse me, North Metro Television. Ball is brought up by Spring Lake Park. That's Riley Packard. And she throws a pass and it just picked off by Samantha Donovan. And she throws a pass out to the point out front for Irondale. Streaking towards the net is Alex Topol. And she throws a shot that just goes wide.
North Metro.
And yeah, we are North Metro Television, not Northwest Metro Television, North Metro Television. And Irondale now has the ball behind the net. That's Petipis. She goes out front, takes a shot, and scores, and ties this game up for Irondale. 3-3 coming at 10:50 in this first half. Petipis getting on the board once again for Irondale. Tying this game up. Kind of the same move as last time. Came around on that near side, the right side of Quady, and found some space out front. Dodges a stick and throws one and finds the back of the net, tying this game up 3-3 here in this first half. Ashley Petipis, you can see 6 goals this season, the junior. So far having a big season early for the Irondale Knights. And now the face-off picked up by Spring Lake Park, and we have another whistle. Well, that's a quick whistle so far in this game. Ref's getting everything set up here. Ari Erickson now with the ball for Spring Lake Park. She crosses midfield into Irondale zone. Here on this near side, puts on brakes, makes a spin move. Tries to throw a pass over to Jennifer Flung, couldn't quite connect. Now a loose ball and players colliding with another whistle. And it's going to be picked up by Irondale. And the pass ahead right around midfield, that's Petipis. She's been a big goal scorer for Irondale so far in this game. Streaking down the field, crosses into the 20. And now up front, all alone, takes a shot, but a big save by Jennifer Quady. Just got enough of it and knocked it down. Petipis with a breakaway, but a big save by goalie Jennifer Quady, keeping this game tied up in the first half. And now scrum for the ball in Spring Lake Park territory. It's picked up by Maddie Henches. She's out front right in the slot. Takes a shot, and we have another goal for Irondale. Irondale going ahead in this game 4-3. That goal coming in at the 9:31 mark. As you can see, and check that goal is actually Samantha Donovan. She was out in the slot, took a shot, and found the back of the net, getting Irondale the lead in this first half. A close back and forth game so far. Donovan getting on the board. The junior from Irondale giving them the lead so far. That goal coming at the 9:30 mark. Face-off picked up by Spring Lake Park. And we have a stick to the face. Emily Wirtz caught one in the head area. That was Maddie Henches, I believe. You can see her running off the turf. So it looks like Spring Lake Park will have the power play. It's going to be Emily Wirtz right around midfield getting ready to go here. And the ref's going to go ahead and get everyone set up. Maddie Henches, the freshman, getting a lot of playing time for the Knights early on in this game. We still have some discussions from the ref here. We're going to go ahead and get her started. 9:11 left to go in this first half. And bringing the ball ahead is Emily Wirtz. On the near side, she throws a pass over to Maggie Ronning. Ronning with a goal earlier in this game. Looking for Riley Packard on that pass, unable to connect, but it is going to be picked up once again by Spring Lake Park. That was Christy Tice. And we have another whistle here by the ref. 8:48 left to go in this first half.
I live in Eau Claire.
We're going to go ahead and get everything reset here and get back underway. Christy Tice, I believe, was looking for Kayla Van Driel on that pass.
I really don't know about their...
Check that. She was looking for Regan Struck. And it looks like Regan's going to start with the ball. Right on that 15-yard line. Right in the slot or the point for Spring Lake Park. So a possible scoring opportunity for the senior. And the ref still getting everyone situated. And she streaks towards the net, takes a shot, and it is saved by Madeline Rogg. She stops the short hop. Good save for her, keeping this a one-score game. And she throws an errant pass to Spring Lake Park right out front, takes a shot, and it's a skipper with a bounce, and it goes in. That's Mallory Cornigan. And she gives Spring Lake Park a 5-4 lead in this first half. As you can see, the errant pass goes right to Mallory Cornigan, and she takes a shot, and it goes in. Once again, using the bounce pass, or the bounce shot, excuse me. Kind of short hopping the goalie. You see a lot of that. That goal coming at the 7:35 mark. And it looks like we do have a timeout on the turf. So early on in this game, we can see both teams having some scoring chances. A pretty even affair so far. Both teams going back and forth. A lot of space in the slot for Irondale. They have found a lot of goals right out front. Petipus has made a few moves coming around and scoring. And here are the starters for Spring Lake Panthers. Mallory Cornigan on the attack. Kayla Van Driel on the attack. Deanna Edwards. Emily Wirtz as a midi. Regan Struck as a midfielder. Allie Kowalczyk as a midfielder. And Mackenzie Kelly as a midfielder. Megan Peterson, number 20, as a midfielder. Christy Tice playing defense. Amanda Graves playing defense. And in net, as we said, Jennifer Quady. And the head coach is Chris Clark. This is his 6th year coaching for the Spring Lake Park girls.
She lost her Johnson.
So in this game, both teams, as we said, some decent back and forth action. And Spring Lake Park also has had some chances in the slot. Excuse me, Irondale has had some chances in the slot as well as Spring Lake Park. And here goes the starters for Irondale. Ashley Petipis, a few goals in this game already. Erin Barnier on the attack. Audrey Steiner playing attack for Irondale. Katie Pearson on the attack, and that's Siv Palmer McCormick on the attack. Michaela Huseman playing midfield. Alexa Topol playing midfield. Rachel Franz playing defense. Annie Welty playing defense. Abigail Ward on defense. Hannah Bowman on defense. And in goalie is Madeline Rogg. And the head coach for the Irondale Knights is Jeff Hubbard. And after the timeout, it looks like we're going to go ahead and get this game back underway. Had a lot of whistles so far in this game, in my opinion. But that can happen. And here's the face-off at midfield. And it looks like we're waiting for goalie Madeline Rogg to get her helmet situated. That's the stoppage here. The ref getting both players set up in midfield, and the face-off started, and it looks like we're going to have another stoppage of play here. 7:29 left to go in this first half. We're going to redo the face-off out at midfield. Ref making sure both players are cooperating. Face-off is flipped into the air, and it's picked up by Irondale. That's Samantha Donovan. She throws a pass over to this near side. Bringing it up is Katie Pearson. And she throws a pass out to the slot. That's Topol. She throws one on net, and she has a goal for Irondale. And that'll bring this game from a score of 5-4. With Spring Lake Park in the lead, you see Topol right in that slot, just throws one on net, able to beat Quady. A nice low shot, finding the corner. That goal coming at 7:16 to put this game at 5-4. Spring Lake Park up by only one now, with 7:16 left to go in this first half. There you can see Topol getting on the board for Irondale. Face-off is picked up by Irondale. Streaking ahead, Samantha Donovan. She throws a pass over to that far side. Bouncing ball picked up, and now out front, Maddie Hench is trying to pick it up. Now she has it, and excuse me, that's Samantha Donovan, number 21. She throws an underhand pass over out to the point. And now the ball behind the net. That's Ashley Petipis. And she'll look to set things up. Remaining patient. Still looking for cutting Knights out in front. Streaking out front, that's Samantha Donovan trying to make a move. Petipis still behind the net. Fakes a move and puts on the break, and now throws one, but it is blocked by Lindsay Nelson. And we have a whistle. 6:18 left to go in this first half. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. That penalty coming on Becca Inkstrom. And now it's going to be Emily Barnier right in the left side of Quady. She throws one on net. It bounces off the post. Lucky for Quady, a ball gets by her and bounces off the post. Spring Lake Park still with the lead. Now Emily Barnier's going to go ahead and give another shot. She throws a pass behind the net to Petipis. Petipis now behind the net is pressured by Kowalczyk. And she tries to throw it out front, and it is tipped, or it is picked up by Spring Lake Park. Running down the field is Ari Erickson on the near side, right at the 50. Looking to get in Irondale zone. She passes over to Deanna Edwards. Anna Edwards now. She's going to pass to Allie Kowalczyk, who is tripped or knocked down. That's Allie Kowalczyk. Looks like she'll be all right. She'll get up and we'll get back into action here. The ref will get everyone set up. And Spring Lake Park, it looks like they will be on a power play. Kowalczyk with a goal in this game already. 4:55 left to go in this first half. And now Kowalczyk starts off trying to get around the corner. Good defense there by Topol. She makes a pass over to Cornigan. Cornigan now tries to get in the slot. Some good defensive play by Irondale, and now a loose ball. Both teams trying to scoop it up, and it's picked up by Edwards. Edwards now will set things up in the corner. She'll pass it over to Ronning now. Ronning out front for Spring Lake Park. That was Emily Wirtz, and she lost the ball, and we have another whistle. 4:14 here in this first half left to go. And here is that penalty ash. Looks like Kowalczyk took a stick right in the face. That was Samantha Donovan. I'm sure it was not intentional, but she was all right. Now we got a quick shot and a save by Madeline Rogg. And she looks to try and throw a deep pass on this near side bouncing ball. It's going to be picked up. Well, not quite. A scrub for the ball, and it is eventually controlled by Barnier, and she runs through two Spring Lake Park Panthers, and she streaks up the field, crossing into Spring Lake Park territory. Now at the point, she throws a pass over to Katie Pearson. Katie Pearson throws it on in, and it goes off the post, and a ball bounces out front. Quady loving the post today. We've had a couple go off that post. Keeping this game 5-4, and now Irondale with the ball out at the point. It's Katie Pearson. Katie Pearson throws a pass. It is picked up by Emily Barnier. Barnier now at the point, getting into that slot area where they've had a couple chances. Throws one in, a big save by Quady, able to net that one. Nice save by the senior netminder, and she throws a pass over to that far side. Almost picked off, but Riley Packard looks to try and break it out, and we have another whistle. 2:30 left to go in this first half. Riley Packard throws a deep pass out to head where Spring Lake Park will bring it in Irondale territory. 3-on-3 now, bringing it in. That's Mallory Corrigan, and she loses it. Where it is picked up by Irondale, and they'll look to break out. That's Annie Welty. And the ball does go out of bounds, where it will be Spring Lake Park ball. That's Kowalczyk, number 16, scoring the first goal of this game, actually. And Kowalczyk now looks to make a move on that far side, showing off the speed now. Makes another good move, getting around Irondale defense. Cuts back in the slot. She's still keeping the ball in the stick. Tries to get a shot on net, and looked like it went off an Irondale stick. I believe that was Abigail Ward's stick. Good defensive play by her. And now Spring Lake Park will look to set up behind the net. That's Madison Kelly. She passes over to Mackenzie Kelly. Now Mackenzie Kelly flips one over to Maggie Ronning. Now behind the net, she throws one out front, but it is picked up by Irondale. That's Rachel Franz showing off some good moves. And we have a whistle. The ref's going to get everything reset here. 1:09 left to go in this first half. And a pass out front, loose ball. Who's going to get it? And Irondale has it, where it's picked up by Topel. Topel now in that slot. She makes a quick pass over to Samantha Donovan, who would have had a good scoring chance. But we do have a whistle. Under a minute to go left here in this first half. That's going to be Topel with a chance right in that slot area. And she takes a shot, and Quady, it looked like she tipped it, but it does go in. Topel getting another one on the board for Irondale. That goal coming at the 59-minute mark, or 59-second mark, excuse me. And that will give Irondale a 2-goal lead, 6-4 in this first half. Fell behind early, but we're able to come back now and take the lead so far. 51 seconds remaining in this first half. We have a face-off with a quick whistle. And that'll be Kowalczyk. We'll get things started for Spring Lake Park. She controls it and puts on the brakes. Loose ball with another whistle. See the ref talking to a couple players down there. Wants to make sure everyone's squared away before we get back into action here. These two teams have played each other 4 times in their history, and Irondale has won all 4 games. Coach Clark was talking to me about that earlier. A shot and a save by Rog. A good save, blocks it with a stick or her leg. So a big save for Rog there. And we have the ball in the corner with another whistle, and it will be Irondale ball. Madeline Rog with a big save there. Able to block it. And we have, it looks like a timeout. All the sticks are dropped. We're going to have a timeout here. 34 seconds left. I'm sure both teams want to make sure everything is squared away with under less than 40 seconds left to go in the first half. And here comes the Panthers' upcoming schedule. Right now they're at Irondale. As you can see, they're going to take on Buffalo and then Minneapolis, and then they'll be at Coon Rapids, who will be what Coach Clark predicted a powerhouse team this year. And then they're going to take on Blaine, and then Robbinsdale, Cooper, and then they'll be at Forest Lake, and then that game on the 10th, Benilde St. Margaret's. And for the Irondale Knights, here goes their schedule. As you can see, they've gotten 2 games in. They lost that first game to Rochester Century, played Breck and won. Now they're playing Spring Lake Park. They play Benilde next, and then they'll take on Columbia Heights, and then Champlain Park, and then they'll be at Robbinsdale Cooper, and they'll play St. Louis Park on the 9th. And it looks like we have some captain discussions with the refs. 34 seconds left to go, and the scoring has so far broken down like this. That first goal coming for Spring Lake Park at the 22:57 mark, giving them a 1-0 lead. The second goal coming for Spring Lake Park by Kelly, giving them a 2-0 lead. But then Irondale got back on the board with a goal from Petipus, and then another goal for Irondale by Barnier. And then Spring Lake Park scored. That was Ronning, and then Petipus got back on the board, giving the score of 3-3. And then Donovan scored for Irondale, giving them a 5-4 lead. And then Corrigan scored for Irondale. And then Topol put in 2 for Irondale, so we are right now at 6-4. Back into the action here, a deep pass, a good pass. It's going to be picked up, looks like by Topol here on the near side with a full head of steam, crossing into Spring Lake Park zone here on the right side of Quady. And she'll put on the brakes and pass over to Petipus. And Petipus will get things set up behind the net. She has done some damage back there so far in this game. Still behind the net. As you can see, 7 seconds left. Have to make a move soon. Here on the near side. Throws it out front. It's tipped, but it does go wide. I'm not sure that would have counted had it went in. Could have been just a little too late. So 6-4 is our score for this first half. An even game so far. Both teams up and down the field. We've had good ones so far here on North Metro Television. And I'm Gabe Glidden. Thank you so much for tuning in to Girls Lacrosse here on April 25th. We haven't had many games in so far, but a fairly decent day out here, 52 degrees. It's nice to get some sports in. In that first half, we had a in that first half, we ended up with a score of 6-4. Irondale Knights with the lead in that first half. Topol and Petipus doing most of the damage for Irondale, both of them with a pair of goals, as well as Donovan and Corrigan. And on the board for Spring Lake Park, as we said earlier, it was Kowalczyk, Kelly, and Ronning. And thank you so much for tuning in to North Metro Television. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with women lacrosse.
Known for its vineyards and hilltop villages, Umbria is also known for its delicious tasting pizza. Made traditionally from the finest ingredients, Umbria Pizzeria will make you taste the difference, smell the love, and transport you to Italy.
La cena è pronta.
Dinner's ready.
You might even begin to feel like an Italian.
Delicioso.
Umbria Pizzeria, turning taste into memories.
If you need seamless gutters, whether the job is large or small, you can say,
I know a guy!
for your full service landscaping, you can say,
I know a guy!
if you need commercial or residential lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy!
I'm Charlie Walker, and if you need professional seamless gutters, landscaping, and lawn care, you can say,
I know a guy!
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
In Anoka County, contact Twin Cities Insurance Group, your nationwide insurance agent.
With gold at an all-time high, take that rope and say bye-bye. Earrings, bracelets, rings, and chains, we buy gold at your exchange. Don't send your gold to someone strange. We buy gold at your exchange. Spring Lake Park, Frilly Blade, we buy gold at your exchange.
Join Ben Hale every Friday on North Metro TV News.
And we're back here on North Metro Television with women's lacrosse, a match between the Spring Lake Park Panthers and the Irondale Knights. The Irondale as the home team. We're going to go ahead and look at some highlights from that first half. Both teams scoring some goals. This first goal coming from Kowalczyk with the short hop. You can see getting by goalie Madeline Rogg, and then Petipis for Irondale goes in the slot and throws one on net, and she finds the back of the net, making the score 1-1 at that point. And another shot and another goal for Irondale. That one coming from number 21, Samantha Donovan. And here you can see number 13, Maggie Ronning. She finds the back of the net for Spring Lake Park, keeping this game close. And you can see Petipis with that same move coming around the back of the net, right in the slot, finding the back of the net for the Knights, giving her that's her second goal of the game. And there was a goal by Samantha Donovan. And now we have another one by Spring Lake Park. Both teams with some good scoring chances today and have, for the most part, capitalized. I know Irondale has had a few go off the post, so the lead could be more than what it is. However, when you hit the post, I'm Gabe Glidden. Thank you for tuning in so much. This is North Metro Television, April 25th. Finally able to get some games in today. So far in this early of the season. Obviously, with the weather, it's been tough. A lot of baseball and softball teams haven't been able to play so far, but luckily we are doing our second lacrosse game, so we're glad to go ahead and get those in. So far, both teams obviously having a good game so far. We're going to go ahead and take another quick break and get this second half underway. You're watching North Metro Television.
Check it out. Oh, that is magnificent.
Here comes the big one, Elizabeth.
I love it so much. I'm feeling a little guilty on account of me being married. There are 8 wonders in the world.
I can't believe it.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Okay.
No, it's real.
Ooh, yes.
My name is Fran Sorensen. I am an artist. I am an educator, and I have been educating students for 25 years. I am also a collector. I collect salt and pepper shakers. I collect postcards. I collect rocks. And I write on the bottom of all my rocks telling where they're from and who they're from. I love square dancing. I make my own TV shows free at North Metro TV, and I love it.
Get started by signing up for free TV production classes at 763-231-2803 or eric@northmetrotv.com.
And we're back here on North Metro Television. Gabe Glidden with girls lacrosse. Irondale taking on Spring Lake Park. We're going to get this second half underway. Irondale with the lead 6-4, very even match so far in that first half. Should come down to a pretty close one in this second half. Coach Clark for Spring Lake Park was telling me last time they played it was 5-4 in the first half, and then Irondale jumped out to a big lead and ended up taking the victory with a big lead. So we'll see if history repeats itself, or Spring Lake Park will be able to keep up again in this one, as they have done so very well in that first half. Irondale with the lead, however. And we'll get that face off at midfield and get everything set up. Get the second half underway. And the face-off is going to be picked up by Spring Lake Park. That's Mackenzie Kelly on the near side to the right side of Rogg. She goes behind the net, and she'll put on the brakes and look to get everything set up. She passes over to Madison Kelly. And we have a whistle from the ref early on in this second half. And he'll get everyone situated. And with the ball for Spring Lake Park, it's going to be Kelly. She throws one behind the net to Kelly. And Kelly out front looking for Mallory Corrigan, unable to connect on that pass. And now it looks like Jennifer Fung will have the ball for Spring Lake Park right at the point, just outside the yellow line there. Now she's still at the point, looking to get around now, right in the slot, open, takes a shot and scores for Spring Lake Park, and we have a 6-5 game. Spring Lake Park getting an early goal in the second half. Fung splits two defenders, gets in that slot and throws a high shot, a snipe, getting just over Madeline Rogg to make this game a one-goal game, 6-5. Spring Lake Park getting on the board early in this second half. And we have some discussions from the ref, it looks like. (23-44) here in the second half. Fung gets on the board. And not quite sure what the discussion was there, but it looks like the goal is going to go ahead and count, and we'll have the face-off at midfield. So Spring Lake Park down one, getting a goal early, just what they needed.
No more than one game.
And the face-off, the ball was flung into Spring Lake Park territory, but we do have a whistle. Looks like we're going to redo it. And the ref gets everyone situated, and the ball flips up into the air. Qualls are going after it, but it is picked up by Madison Kelly on that far side. She puts on the brakes, looking to get their offense set up, and now the ball behind the net for Kelly. And Kelly looks to get things set up. Throws a pass out front. She was looking for Kelly. Couldn't quite connect, and we have a whistle from the ref. And he explains everyone where they need to be. And now Spring Lake Park with a chance. A shot and a goal for Spring Lake Park. That was Mallory Corrigan, number 9 for Spring Lake Park. Gets this game tied up. As you can see, Corrigan right there just takes the quick shot, throws a low shot, able to get past Madeline Rogg. And Corrigan gets this game tied up with a score of 6-6 now. Here early on in this second half. That goal coming at the 22:39 mark. And we'll have a face-off. Looks like it will be picked up by Irondale. That's Palmer McCormick on that far side. She throws a pass out front to Emily Barnier. Now Emily stops just in that slot area. Puts a nice spin move on, has a chance. And we have a whistle. Looks like it's going to be Spring Lake Park's ball. So they'll lucky there. Scoring chance for Irondale, but Spring Lake Park will get it. That's Regan Struck. She runs up the field, but she's cut off by Topel. Topel knocks the ball out of her stick. Good defensive play there. Now Irondale does pick it up. It's Hannah Bowman. 3 defenders around her, puts on a spin move, gets around the ref, and she throws a pass over to Barnier. And now Barnier will throw one up ahead to Donovan. And now a pass to Petipis, unable to quite grab that one, so it will roll out of bounds. Spring Lake Park will pick it up. That's going to be Amanda Graves. She throws a pass out front where it's picked up by Allie Kowalczyk. Now Allie throws another forward pass. Spring Lake Park will try and get it into Irondale territory. That's Mackenzie Kelly. And ball bounces out of her stick, and we have a whistle by the ref. He'll get everyone set up, and we'll get back into action here. And that's Kowalczyk now on the far side, trying to get around Irondale's number 1, Rachel Franz. Now a pass behind the net to Kelly. She runs around now out front, a pass over to Ronning, I believe. Yep, number 13. But we do have a whistle.
Is there any logic as to where they put the girls at?
And there you can see Mackenzie Kelly. We'll get a chance here. Should probably elect to take a quick shot, as we've seen before. Takes a shot and a goal for Mackenzie Kelly, number 18. The sophomore gives Spring Lake Park the lead. That goal coming from Kelly. As you can see, gets off to a quick little run there and throws one towards the net and is able to beat netminder Madeline Rogg. So Spring Lake Park is up in this game. 1-goal game now. Came out fast here in the second half. And Coach Clark had talked to us about that in that last game they played. They played a very solid first half and then kind of faltered, so I'm sure he's proud of his team right now, coming out firing in the second half. That goal coming at the 19:59 mark to give Spring Lake Park the 1-goal lead. Looks like we have a timeout. And as you can see, Coach Clark talking to his team. I'm sure he's telling them they're doing a nice job and keep at it and keep staying aggressive. It's exactly what he had talked to me about before this game. That they wanted to play a strong second half, and so far they've done a nice job. A lot of time to play, obviously. We still have almost a whole half to go. But I'm sure so far he's pretty excited for his girls. You can watch our games online, as you can see right there. Find North Metro TV on YouTube. And the girls are coming back onto the field, so it looks like we're going to go ahead and get things back rolling. And you can make your own TV. Contact Eric Houston at 763-231-2807. We're going to have a face-off here at midfield after that goal from Kelly. So Spring Lake Park with all 3 goals in this second half. And the face-off is won by Spring Lake Park. Sprinting ahead is Allie Kowalczyk. She loses the ball, however. Now there's just kind of a scrum. Both players looking for it. Now it is picked up by Samantha Donovan. And she makes a forward pass to Audrey Steiner. Audrey looking for Petipis. Bouncing ball. Both teams going after it. And now it is picked up by Alexandra Welty. And now Welty passes over to Topel. Irondale getting things set up. Topol looking for Petipus. Unable to connect, so the ball will go out of bounds, giving Spring Lake Park a chance to get the ball out of their zone. That'll be Amanda Graves, the senior, who will get things started for Spring Lake Park on the near side, just behind her net. And she throws a deep pass, but it is intercepted by Irondale. Check that. Well, it is intercepted by Irondale. They were able to control that. Picked up by Alexandra Welty now. Here on the near side, just the left side of Quady. And we have a goal for Irondale, just what they wanted. Getting this game back tied up. That was number 21, Samantha Donovan, with a nice shot. Able to get it past Jennifer Quady for Irondale. So they get this game tied up. As you can see, puts on the brakes, makes a spin move, a fake spin move, throws one towards the net, and it does find the back of the net to tie this game up. Just what Spring Lake Park was looking for. And that goal coming at the 18:41 mark. Tying this game up 7-7, a close match. Faceoff is picked up by Irondale. And that's Donovan streaking towards out front, takes a shot, and she has another goal back-to-back for Irondale, and they are back in the lead. Samantha Donovan showing off the speed right off the faceoff, splits a couple defenders, gets right in that slot area, and takes a shot and finds the back of the net. And she beats Quady on back-to-back goals. That goal coming at the 18:30 mark, putting Irondale back in the lead. And there's Samantha Donovan. That's her third goal so far of the game. And we'll get this face-off once again out front. And the ball pops up in the air where it's picked up by Spring Lake Park. And that was Allie, and that was Kowalczyk, and she passes ahead to Maggie Ronning, and now Ronning makes a couple moves, passes over to Ari Erickson, and now Ari over to Kelly. Kelly was hooked by a stick, it looked. And we do have a whistle. And here's Madison Kelly with a chance for Spring Lake Park to tie this game up. 7:50 left to go here in this first half. The ref getting a couple more players situated. Kelly takes a shot, and it bounces. It looks like it goes up and into the net. A goal for Spring Lake Park. I believe that goal came from number 9, Mallie Corrigan. We'll check it out on the replay just for the official scoring, but Spring Lake Park ties it up. Bounces, and it was Mallory. She got it off the bounce, swats the stick at it, and got it in. A good shot for her, and we have it once again. And that goal coming at the 17:34 mark. And we're back tied. Score 8-8. Now the face-off looks like it will be picked up by Irondale. That's Katie Pearson. She throws one up ahead, looking for Michaela Huseman. A bouncing ball, unable to quite scoop it up. And we have a whistle from up here. It looked like she might have went out of bounds. And that appears to be the call. So Spring Lake Park rushes ahead. That's Jennifer Fung. She's looking for Mallory Corrigan. Scored that last goal for Spring Lake Park. Now Mallory passes over to Mackenzie Kelly. Now Mackenzie streaking on the near side. Gets past a couple defenders. Throws one out front. Looking for Allie Kowalczyk, who tries to get a scoop shot. And it just goes wide. And we have a whistle. The ref getting everyone set up once again. It'll be Welty for Irondale. Will just throw one up ahead. Good pass over to Abigail Ward. And Abigail now looking for Alexandra Welty. They couldn't connect, and now both players rushing after the ball. It is picked up by Graves for Spring Lake Park. Graves on this near side looking to make a pass. She does throw one up ahead. Mackenzie Kelly does eventually pick it up. On this near side, she's going to cross midfield and try and get into Irondale's zone here. And Mackenzie Kelly tried to make a pass to Kowalczyk, but actually ended up back with it and checked that. She was looking for Madison Kelly, excuse me. Madison Kelly trying to get around a couple defenders, and we have a whistle. From the ref. And he'll stop play and get everyone set up once again, and we'll get back into it. Madison Kelly now on the near side, just to the right of Rogg, and now a pass out front. It is picked up by Kowalczyk, and she throws one just off net. And excuse me, that was Kowalczyk, number 16, with the shot that just went wide. And now Gill for Irondale will get things set up behind the net and throws a deep pass. Looking to connect with one of her teammates. Now streaking for Irondale. A pass out front for Samantha Donovan. Throws one up and off the crossbar. I'm not sure if we had a whistle or not before the shot. Samantha Donovan hits the crossbar right here on this play. Throws one just off the crossbar. Looks like we'll have an open look here. Takes a shot and scores for Irondale. Samantha Donovan. Another goal for her in this game so far. A big game for her. Will give Irondale the 9-8 lead. That goal coming at the 14-13 mark. With a score of 8-9 now. Samantha Donovan having a big game so far for Irondale. It'll be her 4th goal. And we'll get a face-off here at midfield. The ref getting everyone situated. And the face-off is going to be picked up by Irondale. Streaking towards the net with a full head of steam. That's Huseman, puts on the brakes. Doesn't take the shot. And now just a bouncing ball. Both teams going after it. It's picked up by Donovan. Donovan out front, loses it though. Donovan in that scoring area again. And we have a whistle. It looks like Donovan is going to get a chance for her 5th goal of the game. We'll see if Quady can step up to the challenge here. The ref getting everyone to be in their proper spots. Donovan, we've seen her be pretty successful on these open shots. See what she does here. Throws a shot, and it's blocked. A big save by Quady. She comes up big for Spring Lake Park. Does a nice job to block that one. Good save for her, and now she has the ball out front. Knocked out of her stick, but it is picked up by Riley Packard. She's on that far side, trying to get around some Irondale defenders. Now she loses the ball where it's picked up by Palmer McCormick. And now the ball is being brought behind the net for Irondale. That's Michaela Huseman. And you can hear coaches yelling, slow it down. They want to get things set up here to get a good scoring chance. Huseman now looking for a couple of Irondale cutters. Still behind the net, and we have a whistle. And the ref getting a couple Spring Lake Park players in their proper spots. And now Samantha Donovan is going to go ahead and get things set up for Irondale. Right in that point area. Quady came up big with a save not too long ago. We'll see if she can do it again here. The shot, and we have a goal for Irondale. They go ahead and take a 10-8 lead in this second half. And that's Samantha Donovan getting on the board again. With the shot there, just throws a low one, and it gets by Quady. Coming in at 11:46. And that'll put Irondale up 10-8 in this second half. A good matchup between two pretty even teams so far. And so now Irondale finds themselves with a 2-goal lead. I'm sure Coach Hubbard is telling his girls to keep staying aggressive as they have been. Spring Lake Park will look to try and get some of that momentum back. A face-off is botched, so we'll have the ref get everyone set up and redo that one. Right out there at midfield. And actually, Spring Lake Park is awarded the face-off. That's Allie Kowalczyk now bringing it in for Spring Lake Park, streaking towards the net all alone, lost the ball. And we have a whistle coming at the 11:26 mark. And on the screen, that's Welty. Jogging off into the box. So a power play for Spring Lake Park. This might be what they need to get themselves back into a 1-goal game. And so off the start, we have a shot and a goal for Spring Lake Park. Exactly what they were looking for right there. That goal coming from Allie Kowalczyk, number 16, at the 11:23 mark. And Spring Lake Park is down only 1. You can see Allie takes the shot and gets past Madeline Rogg. That goal coming in at 11:28. So now the score of 9-8. Both teams looking to get some momentum here. So one looks like it will be going down to the wire. Still plenty of time here, 11:25. But we've had a lot of flow going back and forth so far in this game. Irondale now bringing the ball into Spring Lake Park territory. That's Abigail Ward, makes a couple spin moves. Pass it over to Donovan. And we have another whistle, and it looks like it's going to be awarded to Irondale, I believe. That's what the ref just signaled. And right here, it's going to be Abigail Ward with that open shot. looking to give Irondale a 2-goal lead. And she takes a bouncer, and Quady comes up big for Spring Lake Park with the save, keeping this a 1-goal game. Credit to Quady on that play, able to block it. And now Spring Lake Park looks to bring the ball into Irondale's zone, picked up by Fung. Fung runs into a couple of Irondale defenders. She makes a pass up ahead to, looking for Ronning, scoops it. Kind of a bouncing ball, and she does eventually maintain control. Trying to get around Katie Pearson, and now Ronning behind the net, throws one out front. She was looking for Deanna Edwards, who throws a stick at it. Couldn't quite connect though, and now Irondale's gonna throw one ahead. Gill throws one ahead too. Looked like she was trying to hit Steiner there, but it is picked up by Petipis. Petipis now getting into Spring Lake Park zone with a full head of steam. Right in the slot area, makes a couple moves, takes a shot and scores for Irondale. That goal for Petipis will keep Irondale up 2 in this second half at the 9:44 mark. Petipis, you can see her right in that slot, makes a couple moves, throws one, hits that top corner, beating Quady there. So a score of 11-9 now. Irondale up 2. That'll be Petipis, her 3rd goal of the game. And now the ball is picked up by Spring Lake Park. That's Kowalczyk. And she passes over to Kelly. And check that. That was Corrigan. And the ball is knocked out of her stick. That was number 9. Mallory Corrigan. And now Corrigan with that free shot. Takes a shot. A bouncing ball, and it's blocked by Rogg. A good save for her. Coming up big for Irondale, keeping this a 2-goal game. Credit Madeline Rogg on that play. Able to stop that free shot, and now Irondale picks up the ball. Alex Topel has a couple of goals in this game, streaking forward on this near side to the right of Quady. Now ball out front, unable to be picked up by anyone. Now Topel throws one out front. Looked like she was looking for Steiner there, unable to connect. And now Spring Lake Park is breaking out. However, a bouncing ball gets past Corrigan, and now no team really with control of it. Both teams battling after it. Now Corrigan gives chase, as well as Gill. Both teams battling in that far corner. Looks like Gill eventually does pick it up, and we have a whistle. And it will be Irondale ball. Gill now throws a pass out front. She's looking for Donovan. Donovan now streaking ahead. She throws a pass up to Petipis. Picks it up after a bouncing ball. Now she's on that far side, streaking towards the net. Right in that slot area, makes a nice move to get it to her backhand. Doesn't take a shot though, and she sets up behind her net. Petipis now remaining patient, trying to put Irondale up 3. And she throws it out front, but it is blocked nicely by Quady. Just picks off the pass, and now Quady looks for someone to pass to. She throws one. It's picked up by Topel for Irondale. She was able to intercept that bouncing pass. Now Topel streaking towards the net, throws a pass over to Donovan. Donovan takes a shot, and she has another goal in this game for Irondale. Samantha Donovan with a huge game for Irondale so far. You can see right in that slot, makes a move to the right. Throws a nice low shot, able to get past Quady. And so Irondale up 3 after falling behind early. Or excuse me, after falling behind early in the second half with Spring Lake Park coming out and tying it up. You can see Samantha Donovan has had a heck of a game and a pretty nice season so far. 10 points, 8 goals and 2 assists so far on the year in this game. She has been on fire in that slot area. She's thrown a couple short hop goals, has thrown a couple snipes, able to get past Quady a few times.
We're going snipe on tonight.
Both teams doing a fairly good job here in this second half. A pretty even matchup so far. Irondale with a 3-goal lead. And you can see Coach Clark talking to his girls here. The temperatures dropped just a little bit. We started out pretty decent at 52 degrees, but now the sun's gone. Remember, you can order our DVDs online at northmetrotv.com. 7:04 left to go here in the second half. Second half scoring has gone so far like this. Also remember, you can watch games online. You can find North Metro TV on YouTube. In the second half so far, the scoring has gone Fung for Spring Lake Park, Corrigan for Spring Lake Park, yep, and then it went Corrigan for Spring Lake Park, Kelly for Spring Lake Park, and then Donovan for Irondale, and then Corrigan for Spring Lake Park, and then Donovan again for Irondale, Kowalczyk for Spring Lake Park, Petipis, and then Topol. So far, you're probably looking at the player of the game right there, Samantha Donovan. Plenty of time left to go here, 7 minutes. However, if Irondale is able to pull this one out, I think he'll have to give Donovan the player of the game. And also along with a nice game is Alex Topol, number 16, the junior for Irondale, has gotten on the board 3 times. So she has a hat trick herself. And we'll go ahead and get everything set up here for a face-off right there at midfield. The ball is picked up by Donovan. Makes a nice move to get around the defender, but we do have a whistle. You can see the referee talking to Welty, and he set an illegal pick on Irondale. And then so Spring Lake Park will go ahead and get things going. That's Emily Wirtz. We'll look to turn on the Jets here and try and get Spring Lake Park down 2. Deanna Edwards battling for the ball right in that slot area. No one able to scoop it up just yet, and there goes Samantha Donovan. Able to pick it up, and she throws one up ahead for Palmer McCormick. And now McCormick, full head of steam moving forward. She passes over to Welty, and Welty looked tripped, where it is picked up by Struck for Spring Lake Park. And Struck will try and move the ball into Irondale's zone and get things set up for her team. Still with the ball right there, crossing the 20-yard line. Good defensive play there for Irondale, able to cut her off and knock the ball out. That's Franz. And now a pass over to Kowalczyk. And she picks it up, takes her time here on the right side of Rog. And now Kowalczyk behind the net. Looks like she's making some communications there with Corrigan. Corrigan throwing, going out front. No pass though. Now Kowalczyk out front, throws a backhand and scores for Spring Lake Park. So Kowalczyk gets back on the board with her third goal of the game. That goal coming at 5:14, so Spring Lake Park only down 2 in this very even matchup. And there's Allie Kowalczyk. 3 goals so far in this game. As you can see, we'll go ahead and get this face-off underway. A big game for her. 12-10, pretty even affair so far. Irondale now off the face-off. That's Palmer McCormick streaking towards the net, right in that slot area. Backhand puts on the brakes. Passing, looking for Topel. And now just a bouncing ball out front, right in front of Quady. But it is picked up by Van Driel. And now still just a bouncing ball. No team really with control of it. Giving chase was Palmer and Struck. There's Regan Struck. And it looks like it's going to be offset fouls. And kind of a jump ball. And Donovan now with it. She scoops it up. Out to the point. Crosses over now, out in the middle, almost all alone. Gets bumped. Didn't take a shot. And we have a whistle. Under 4 minutes now left to go. Irondale up 2. We'll see if Quady can come up big once again. Donovan now moves out to the front, takes a shot, and it's blocked by Quady. She keeps Spring Lake Park only down 2. And now the ball rolls.
Was it bounce off her? No one had control, so offsetting to do a toss.
The ball rolls out of bounds. Jennifer Quady has done a pretty nice job on those free shots so far in this game.
Yeah, come here. Sorry. On the black line facing me.
You can hear the ref getting everyone set up. And the jump ball controlled by no one. And picks it up is Barnier. And now a shot that goes off Quady's stick. And she is able to pick it up. A good save. 3 minutes left to go here. Spring Lake Park still with enough time to get a couple goals, but they'll have to hurry. Ball picked up by Donovan now on the far side, the right side of Quady. She's out in the slot, takes a shot and scores another one. Samantha Donovan with a huge game for Irondale, puts them up 3 with 2:49 left to go in this second half. There you see, once again, Donovan getting into that slot area. Able to find the back of the net with a nice low shot. Donovan with a huge game. Scoring just about over half of Irondale's goals so far, so she's had a huge game with 7. And we'll get this face-off, and now Spring Lake Park has a little work to do. Under 3 minutes to go, finds themselves down 3, and the ball is picked up by Topel. Topel now passes over to Donovan. You can hear Hubbard telling his girls to make sure they get a good shot. And now Irondale on this near side. Ball back to Donovan. Out on the point, they can kind of milk a little bit of this clock now with a 3-goal lead. And now another pass out in this slot picked up by Steiner, and she passes back out. Where it's picked up by Topel. Now Topel to Donovan. Donovan over to the near side. Catch a give-and-go pass, and now the ball will be scooped up by Huseman. And now Huseman, and check that, that's France. And she loses the ball. It's Irondale looking to scoop it back up again, and we have a whistle. And we have offsetting fouls from the ref. will have the jump ball. Both players colliding sticks, and the ball is still free. No one with control just yet. Deanna Edwards makes a scoop at it. Couldn't quite pick it up. And there's Regan Struck, who's had a very solid game defensively so far for Spring Lake Park. And here goes Deanna Edwards. It's going to start with the ball. Spring Lake Park, 1:37 left to go. They have some work to do. 3 goals, down 3 goals, 13-10, Irondale with the lead. And now streaking towards the net, it's Mallory Corrigan. And Corrigan now gets behind the net, throws it out front for Deanna Edwards, who takes a shot, but it's saved by Rogg. A big save by number 44, the goalie for Irondale, coming up big, keeping her team up 3, 1:10 left to go here. And now a fight for the ball on this near side. It's picked up by Ronning. And she loses it, but is able to scoop it back up. 55 seconds left to go here. Ball out front now. There's Edwards in that slot, looking to try and get a shot off. She runs behind the net. Now coming around on the backside, turns around, throws it toward net. Another big save by Rogg, where Samantha Edwards is going to pick it up. So Rogg blocks 2 shots. And now a ball just thrown ahead by Irondale. Topel now with the puck in the slot. She puts on the break. 20 seconds left to go in this game, and it appears to be Irondale is going to go ahead and take this one. A very solid matchup. Topel still just trying to waste some clock, and she's tracked down by Kowalczyk. The ball now knocked out of bounds. 5 seconds left to go. Irondale is going to go ahead and get their 2nd win of the season, and Spring Lake Park is going to take their 1st loss. Irondale now has a record of 2-1-0, and Spring Lake Park, obviously being their first game, is going to have their 1st loss and be 0-1-0. And we'll go ahead and get these. It looks like we have a yellow card. That's Allie Kowalczyk. Check that. Well, it's both the 16s, Allie Kowalczyk and Alex Topel, running off the field. Only 2 seconds left. Both teams coming out strong in the 2nd half. And Allie Kowalczyk, you just saw with 3 points. There's Alex Topel. Both of them with a very solid game, both having a couple goals. And there is the buzzer. And that's going to do it for this one. Irondale gets the victory, 13-10, for their 2nd win of the season. You see the girls piling themselves on there. A big game scoring for both teams, a lot of scoring for both teams, 13-10. And here's how the scoring breaks down. We'll try and get through this as smooth as possible. To start the game, scoring for Spring Lake Park was Kowalczyk, and then Kelly came in with the 2nd goal. And then for Irondale, it was Petipis, and then Barnier, and then Spring Lake Park got out to a 3-2 lead by Ronning, and then Petipis got on the board for Irondale, making the game tied at 3-3. And coming up here, we're going to have some 2nd half highlights. And there's Fung, you saw with her goal early on in the 2nd half. In that 2nd half, Spring Lake Park got out to a very fast start and actually had a lead. And once the score got to be 8-8, it was just a little bit too much Irondale. That girl, Samantha Donovan, with a few goals in this game, 2 of them back-to-back, as you see here, right in that slot, beating a couple defenders. We'll give her the player of the game. And there's Donovan again streaking up the field, showing off the Jets, beating Quady on that one. Donovan doing most of her scoring in that 2nd half. You can see there's Spring Lake Park, and here's Donovan with a shot that finds the back of the net. And then Donovan, number 21 with the orange headband. You see a lot of her in these highlights. Here's Petipus now, throws a high shot. A very good goal for her. And now Donovan again with the goal. So in this second half, Donovan was able to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the board, as well as 1 in that first half. Thank you so much for watching girls lacrosse here on North Metro TV. Irondale ends up with the victory, 10-13. I'm Gabe Glidden. Thank you so much for tuning in.